can finish the part about the indexing. I have returned.
Okay.
I think
All right,
everyone
that's
needs
okay.
to. I think everyone on the planet does need to recognize indexes. Most of them are currently still trying to ignore it, which it will not go away. The indexing is going to happen. It's already happened. Those of them who have missed it still have an opportunity only because you're allowing them to be able to index. And I'm talking about all around the world. Right now, that indexing is going to have to come to one place of consolidation. This consolidation is going to take it from all around the world, all 198 nations are going to have to make sure that they're indexing everyone, everything, because it will be held accountable, and it will be accounted for. You know, just recently, again, they began to talk about their debt, the debt crisis. They understand that this debt crisis that has occurred around the world can be contributed to one source. And that one source, if they are talking about a sharp decline, and even a much more sharper decline of what was once valued as the U.S. dollar. All of those would be nations around us right now. Many of them, as I name a few of them, the U.S. of A., Russia, China, France, Japan, Korea. That's North and South. These nations, the few names that I'm naming, are part of the overall hold of the world. A whole. 6 and 6, a whole. 6 over 6, a whole. 5 over 5, a whole. See, all of these are nothing more than the whole overall operation of everything that's going on. And that whole right now has been already told to the whole entire universe that everyone is going to have themselves under conditions where their lives are going to be threatened. Their lives has nothing to do with them just starving to death. But right now, these wars that are building, they're going to be fighting over some ability to have authority over the new currency. And they haven't even yet decided what the new currency is going to be. Bitcoin. It's going to be a thing of the past. Cryptocurrency. A thing of the past. And they're still trying to claim that the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency is equal to digital currency, which is totally false. Totally. It has no half-truth to it. And I don't know where they get the half-truth at anyway. I never heard. You either got all or nothing. But right now, and they've been knowing this now since the 1970s. We repeat, they've been knowing this since 1970. And the feds have been dealing with this since the 1970s. And they are quickly now talking about another rise in inflation in the year of 2025, which we're already in the year of 2025, but they will only claim the year 2025 come January the 1st. January the 1st, they will claim the year 2025. They will proclaim the year, 2025, come January the 1st, with some great would-be explosion of nothing more than, we would say, fireworks. Fireworks everywhere. Wow. Everyone will start blowing bugles, horns, whistles. They will start honking horns. They will start screaming, Happy New Year. The apple in New York will, once again, it will rise. It fell out of the tree early. Stop it. Got a worm in it. It almost rotted. So now it's going to rise again. Over the Empire State Building. Well, anyway, it's going to rise again. Over the Twin Towers. Oh, anyway, it's going to rise again. It'll be somewhere in New York. You'll see it. Be high enough, it'll rise. Digital currency has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. And it surely has nothing to do with a $1. Nothing. Digital currency has nothing to do with any of that. Now, right now, our host stopped and gave it back to me, even though I told her I was ready. She was talking about indexing. It's going to be very, very important in this year for indexing. Because Donald J. Trump and his administration will walk into the White House on the 18th. They're already there, people. So stop it. Stop your wishful thinking that he's going to be carted off or he'll be handcuffed at the door and don't get in and he don't get to take. He's already there sitting in his seat at the White House today. You understand? Donald, he loves it when people treat him good. Even when he's being mean, he loves it when they treat him good. So he's already sitting in the White House in his new desk. He's looking around at all of his new pictures he put up. Yeah, he's already there for what he calls the White House. Because he is the king of his castle. Always has been. Isn't that right, Donald? Always will be. No one can knock him off his throne. But see, everybody's worried about this so-called would-be 2025 agenda. Let me help you out. Those jacklegs, so-called Democrats, that the United States of America's poor people are saying that they're representative, let me help you out. They are more eager. They are more concerned. They are more in the process of speeding forward into this 2025 agenda than the Republicans are. Listen, United Nations, you're part of the Republic, so don't start thinking that you get out of it. You're part of the Republic. What more must I say? And to the Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God. Every nation right now is still fighting about which one of those nations it is. Maybe it's Israel. Israelis would be falsified documents that somehow got them on the map to begin with by way of some U.S. president by the name of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when they so declared that we'll make this little small area here right outside of Palestine, we'll make it be the new Israel, and that way everybody will reference it, and everybody will help them fight for their right to rule the world through Jesus the Christ, and at the same time, they will be so small that when we get ready, United States, when we get ready, we'll be able to just walk in and eliminate them, because by that time, we won't only be the most powerful nation, but we'll be the most largest nation, because we would have received everybody's people coming in through our southern borders. Stay with me. You'll get it in a minute. Be quiet. I know. It's not the right time for you. You're still trying to get in there and eat up those sweet potato pies. I know. Stay with me for a little while longer. Those pies, they ain't going anywhere. Oh, you don't like sweet potato pumpkin. So whatever. Sit down and be quiet. You wouldn't know the difference between the two of them unless they put the name on top of the package so you could read it. Sweet potato, pumpkin. So be quiet. You tell your stove off and nobody go in the kitchen and make you no special pie. Be quiet. Anyway, I know. I have to do that every now and then because, see, I have all of these would-be individuals that start crowding me at the same time. I know you can't see them, but I can. They're not in your presence. They're in mine. Sit down. You relax, too. Just imagine. You never had an imaginary friend? Oh, you're probably the weirdest person I've ever met. Sit down and be quiet. Everybody's had an imaginary friend. Oh, they haven't. Have you ever heard of this imaginary person they call Jesus the Christ? Sit down and be quiet. Everybody's had them. Imaginary friend. Sit down and be quiet. Don't do that again. Now, we're talking about a rate, a government rate of what they're going to be classifying the new would-be currency to be. Now, the thing is, I would have to ask you, do you think this rate is going to be $1? Remember, $1 may look like 100, 100. It may look like 100%. But $1 is about 1 penny more than 99 cents. Oh, I know, you're getting clever. You're getting clever. You're beginning to figure out how to add and subtract, divide, multiply. I know. I'm with you. Stay with me, though. A moment. See, the trillionaires, billionaires, and millionaires. Oh, you missed that part? The trillionaires, the billionaires, and the millionaires are about to come together on this. Everybody that's below the millions, you're only in the 1,000 bracket, they're planning on excluding you from everything on the planet in 2025. That's part of the 2025 agenda. Oh, you didn't know that? Wow, these people. I tell you what, right now, my advice to you, do not check your bank account. No, don't check it. Most of you have sponged everything that was in your bank account on this particular day. I know some of you won't have a bill or debt. That debt won't come up until next year. That's the way you did it. You went and you bought, you purchased, and it said that you will not have a bill for the next 8 months or the next 6 months. And the first installment of the bill don't start. Stay with me. Until March. So you count it. 8 months from March. 6 months from March. Where will you be at? Okay, you're getting it now. I told you, I don't like doing numbers. I can, but it's obvious that you like numbers and you don't know how to do them. So I'm just here to help you out. 0.111111 does not bring you back to the binary number. No, it doesn't bring you back. 01.01.01.01.01.01. Now, according to the rhythm of it, it will bring you back to the binary number. And that's where you keep failing to pass your grade. You're going to keep failing. You're not going to get past this thing they call arithmetic. You'll never make it beyond, I would say, algebra, because you don't understand the 0.01. Decimals. That's what they're called, decimals. Someone is getting smarter here. Stay with me. You call them decimals. Some people call them periods, because after the end of the period, nothing comes. Oh, but another zero, you're getting it now, right? I told you. I don't like doing numbers, but I can. Listen, you want to talk money, so I'm doing that now. We ain't going to have this conversation later on this year. No, because by later on this year, you're going to be another $34 trillion in debt. $34 trillion. So what? You haven't been able to pay back $1 trillion yet. How are you going to pay back 34 times 198? Inflation, they say, over 10% forces the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates at a historical point. A historical point. Everything is always historical in America. Everything, historically. I know. But it tells you that every 10% forces the Federal Reserve, and I know, all you church-going people, you understand 10%, don't you? All of you should understand 10%, because that's what it started out in your so-called would-be income tax. It was always supposed to be 10%, bring 10%. Now, they've added a zero to the binary. What's wrong with you? So it's 100 now. Or should we say 0.100? Decimal. Period. So you're paying 100% on what started out to be 10. They added a zero. Sit down and be quiet. I just told you that. What was once 10% is now 100%, which is 100%. I know how it works. Stop trying to tell me. You sit down and be quiet. That's what got us into this conditions and this, what we're under now. It's people like you. You think you know, but you don't know. I know, because you learned under them. And they taught you as an idiot. They kept you as an idiot. You will always be an idiot. And because you have become one of the children in their house, you will learn to be like them as well, arrogant. So now you're ignorant and you're arrogant. And that's a combination of destruction. And you're there. Just wait a minute. See, it has already been founded that all of these things have been given a caution. And this cautious approach, they say, has done nothing more than brought everyone to a point of trying to cut the rates. Due to fear now that they believe that the Donald Trump administrations and their policies will include a sweeping tariff or deportations and cutting of taxes and regulations. And they say this could really, really stroke higher inflation. God Almighty, you got to love this stuff. Stop it. I'm talking about Forbes. Forbes is nothing more than Elon Musk quietly fueling a U.S. Bitcoin reserve belt, they would say, and prices breaking down into a point where they will become $100,000 above going rates. Now listen to what I just said. 100,000. There you go with that 100% again. I know none of you know how to do the numbers. Nobody. You just think you do. My brother does. My brother is perfect at doing the numbers, isn't he, dear host?
Yes, sir.
Do you think anyone on this planet is better than my brother at doing the numbers?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
They have never seen him operate the numbers. See, they don't understand the way I operate the letters, he operates the numbers. And they don't understand that, for the matter of fact, I stay away from the numbers because the rhythm that he gives numbers is like a song to the ear of the eagle. And it takes flight.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even understand that inflation has already come down. They don't even understand that the painless portion of it would be so-called inflation is only about to come. It hasn't come yet. See, Bitcoin, they say, is moving to its all-time high territory. But Bitcoin don't have a territory because Bitcoin does not exist. And if you don't exist, what territory can you be covering? God Almighty. But this is the ignorance of the people because they will hear all of that mumbo-jumbo that will be coming from the side that's set up to destroy them. And they don't even see it coming. Most of the people already done put their money into Bitcoin. Most people now are accepting payments that are classified Bitcoin. Right now, the average bank is doing nothing more than giving people credit under the Bitcoin. You can right now pretty much go into a store and get credit under the Bitcoin system. Let me repeat to you again. The Bitcoin doesn't exist. It's a derivative just like the dollar. It has no value. So rather they put a name on it to be billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion, octillion, 9 million. Yes, I can go on and on if you want me to. But will that help you to know all of these billions when you can't even count as 100? They have no clue. They have no clue. The bigger numbers in terms of powers of 10. 10. As well as their respective names. Powers of 10 names, I just gave them to you. 10-9 billion. 10-12 trillion. 10-15 quadrillion. 10-18 quintillion. 10-21 sextillion. We can go on and on and on. 10-24, 10-27, 10-30, 10-33, 10-36, 10-39, 10-42. But you don't understand. Will I confuse you? No. I don't know everything. I just know he who knows everything. And that's all I got to do is to know he who. And you want to know something? Unlike you, I bring him gifts every day. I don't wait for his birthday and still do not. You still don't come up. You never present him with no present. Not even on his birthday. Some of you, how long you been celebrating his birthday now? 42 years? 36 years? I still say that's long enough. Some of you, 82 years, stop it. 90? Oh, you 102? What? You've been here 102 years and you have not yet given Jesus the Christ one gift on his birthday. God Almighty, these people, they're set for destruction, I would say. No one told them. They say, who is Satan in the New Testament? I would tell you the next time you look in the mirror, look deep into the mirror. A lot of people going to miss it. Look deep into the mirror. You might just see, if not Satan, you will see his daughter and his son. No, let me stop. Someone's getting angry. Don't do that. I just told you look deep into the mirror. See, the Hebrew Bible says that Christians call the Old Testament, they say that it was presented by Satan as a member of God's heavenly council who works according to God's bidding. That's what they say. That the Hebrew Bible that tells you that the Christians, they call the Old Testament Satan. This would be so-called book. He wrote most of it, they would say. I didn't say that. God's heavenly council, they say, who works according to God's bidding. And in the New Testament, by contrast, says that Satan appears as God's arch enemy. He was once his friend in the Old Testament, but the New Testament, he becomes his arch enemy. I say again, a lot of you are still looking for Lucifer, still looking for Satan, right? Satan, look deep into the mirror. Yeah, deliver us from the evil one. Deliver us from the evil one. Deliver us from the evil one. They don't know what they're saying. They have no clue. All the melanated people say, we are not going back. Let me stop doing that. I will stop doing that to my melanated brothers and sisters. I understand what you mean when you say you're not going back. Can I tell you, you never left. You don't have to go back. You sound worse than those Republicans talking about making America great again. We won't go. We are not going back. You haven't left. You've been the same place. You were born there. You have always been there. You're going to die there, and you're still screaming, we won't go back. Go back to what? You never left, the lady says. They'll never take me back to slavery. You never left it. Be quiet. You're still in slavery. You always was a slave. You always will be one because you think like one. You act like one. You smell like one. You look like one. Be quiet. Never take you back to slavery. You never left. They opened the gate, and you stayed there, standing in that same spot. You screaming you won't go back. Very disappointing, I would say, especially in the aftermath, that you realize that you're still there. You just had one of the largest historical elections on the planet. A black woman running for president. I mean, she just wasn't running. She was the candidate for the Democratic Party. All you had to do was beat the white boy in the Republican Party, and it wasn't even done. And you're talking about you won't go back. You're not. You haven't ever left. Oh, is this me? Supporters of the Democratic president nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris. She was holding up a fence of black power, as if though she was one of my sisters in the Black Panther Party. He was holding up a fence as if though they were already victorious. On the other side of town, there's a white boy holding up two fingers like he had been with Beavers and Butthead, saying nothing more than peace. And he won the election. You tell me what you mean when you say you're not going back. Maybe it's just me. I know a true revolutionist when I see him. Yeah, I know. You're still trying to figure it out. Revolutionist. You put it together. You didn't say revolutionist. So you know it wasn't a relationship with everybody joining in with you. So you had to recognize that you were all alone. Stay with me. The disappearance of everything that man has ever ordered. Peace. Let me repeat that. The disappearance of everything that man has ever ordered. Peace. He still don't have it. How can peace elude so many people on the planet just talking it? We got 190 98 nations. We got 10 billion people. And all of them are doing nothing more than speaking and screaming about peace. How does it elude so much and so many? How does peace elude all of this? It's just elusive. Scourging, hiding. Won't peep his head out. America this year will be forced to disband all that they have to do with the rule of law on the planet, the judiciary system. And America will be torn apart. It will be broken down. I know. It was just now freshly building it. Hasn't yet been put in place. It was never built, not on a solid would-be foundation. So what makes you think that they were just all of a sudden going to have it completed? I told you before, it's in the book, you cannot build on a soft or weak foundation and expect for any would-be institution to stand at any length of time. It will fall when built on a would-be weak foundation. Listen, United Nations, I'm only giving you truth. Who is it? Who is it? Who is there even among you who would shut the doors so that you would not kindle a fire on my altar in vain? I have no pleasure in you at all, nor will I accept any offering from your hand. Matter of fact, from the rising of the sun, even to the going down of it, my name shall be great amongst the Gentiles. In every place there will be incense, and they shall be offered to my name. And a pure offering for my name shall be great among the nations with an S, and no one will be able to stop it. No, these are not my words. Stop. No. This is the book of Malachi. You're not going to blame me for that statement. It's the book of Malachi. You'll find it there. First chapter. You don't have to go that far. Why are you looking from the back to the front? It's up front. Malachi. See, the United States has brought upon the whole entire world this would be drooling, drizzling, dark world of confusion. Right now, everybody is hollering Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and all the other would-be antique words that they use to just commemorate some so-called day of Christmas. Yet still, everybody has come to a conclusion. A conclusion. They came to it. Santa Claus is not real. They haven't seen Jesus Christ in 2,000 years. Stay with me. They came to all these conclusions. I didn't do that. Stop it. They all have. And still, they're all willing to keep it going. They're going to keep it going. One more would be year. They want to. They want to bad. They want to keep it going. Well, every other holiday for them is beginning to be shortening itself. Half the people still don't know what happened on Thanksgiving. Half the people still got a half a turkey inside of their icebox that they didn't eat from Thanksgiving. That's how quick it went by. And half of the turkey is going to be used for Christmas because that's how quick Thanksgiving went by. Half of the other part of the people, you want to know what they're doing? They're just now trying to get all the pumpkins out of the front yard. Yep, most of them just put the pumpkins in the backyard. They're not going to grow. No, that was there from Halloween. That was October. I know. Sad world. Pumpkins in the backyard. Mm-hmm. They got turkeys on the side of the house. Yep. And they have Jesus Christ in a manger up front. That's in the front of the house. That's 3 months. October, November, December. I'm just telling you what's going on right now. That's how quickly things are changing. That's how quickly things are just popping out and popping in on them. They can't deal with it right now. Let me help you out. Shortly, all of those times are going to come together. He says, you'll see them. They will be the signs of the time when everything will come together. You will have some people standing on the side of your house, and they will be doing nothing more than screaming trick or treat. But on the other side of your house, they're going to be hollering nothing more than the pilgrims that came. And in the front of your house, you're going to have them standing there saying, Jesus Christ, he just rose up. So let me help you out. You go right ahead and keep playing with those holidays. Meantime, if you don't get indexed, if you don't identify yourself, all that that's going on around you, you're going to be the most important part of it, confused. I got to go. I know. You got to remember, they got some children that they got to push on their brand new little bikes. And they got some others that they got to teach them just how to come out of what we know to be the infirmity. They're sick. They're sick. And they're going to be pulling them out. They're going to give them a very Merry Christmas. And tomorrow, they're going to stick them back in the infirmary. Yeah. They're going to bring them out for one day. One day. They're going to feed them a real nice meal. They're going to have this guy sitting there. Yeah. In a red suit. Black belt. Black boots. Long white beard. Red hat. He's going to be sitting. He's not the cat in the hat. Stop it. He is the man that they're going to call Santa Claus. And they're going to bring all the children out of their infirmaries. They're going to bring them out of the sick bays. They're going to bring them out of everything. And they're going to sit them all down for this one day. And everybody's going to have a happy day, a happy time. And right after the clock strikes 12, they're going to put them back in their infirmary. They're going to lock them back up. They're going to shut it down to wait for a whole another 12 months. I don't have time for that. I'm looking outside my window. I got too much work to do for that. Yeah, work. It is now day, and man must work while it's day, for night coming, no man can work. My work must go. I know I've been just really, really bothering you about this Christmas thing. I don't go ahead and enjoy yourself, have fun. Don't let me be of any would be concerned. But anyway, again, it's day outside. I'm ready to go to work. I'll get out your hair. I'll leave you alone. I'm just going to go to work. I'll be over here doing my own thing, working for your freedom in your life. I'll be over there. You go ahead and enjoy yourself, right? It's your one day. You only get to do it once a year, you would say. Anyway, another thought. I do it every day. You're going to do it for one day. Night's coming. When night comes, no man can work. All work will cease to be done. United Nations, this is your moment. This is your time. You get an opportunity to rest. I said rest. I didn't say rest and mess. I said rest, so that you can get up and get all ready to go again. Until then, I say to you, be prepared. This is going to be a rocky, shaky journey. But you make it. Identify yourself. Get on board. Let's get it cracking. The real party ain't started yet. Until then, peace and love. For those of you who do get the rest right now, nightfall.